Okay, Adam. So I have been doing some research with gamers from a behavioral perspective. And I also realized that there's a lot of misconception, even some prejudice against what games do to young people, especially young people's brains. So I'd like to hear from you what is the scientific point of view, what are the researches that are being done that prove the bad side, the good side of games.
Sure. Well, it's complicated because games are a massive category. I always say it's like saying food or drugs. There's so many different types of games, from first-person shooter games to strategy games to sandbox games like Minecraft, and each game could have a different impact on people. The work on the negative impact of the games have been very controversial. They've largely focused around violence in video games, and do they lead to violence in the real world? It's not what I research myself. My read is that there are strong arguments on both sides. If they are somehow influencing violence, it seems to be more minor. But still I think there's more research that needs to be done there. The other negative side is addiction. There are certainly people that play games, like people overdo everything in life. And I think it is important to express some degree of moderation in anything that could pull you away from other aspects of your life that are important. On the good side, there's lots of amazing data coming out showing that games, especially first-person shooter games, improve cognitive abilities in the young people that play them. Their ability to actually focus their attention outside of games and switch between tasks, even aspects of their visual processing and the speed of processing. We're very excited by that data, and we've used that as a jumping off point to start creating our own games that don't have violent content, games that have the ability to allow you to only play them for short periods of time, to control the use of them, games that target those cognitive abilities directly to try to improve them. So we are very interested in what's going on in the world of consumer games and how they might be helping behaviors in a positive and negative way. Then we take those messages into the lab and create a whole new category of games that we think just get the best ingredients in them.
And how long do you think it's going to take until games are seen and are developed for health issues, to cure or to treat health issues?
Well, there's a large movement that goes by many names. I think of it as games for impact. And it's how does game technology, especially video games, how can it be used to help improve behaviors and functions for education, for wellness, for medicine, which is one of my main focuses. And we're seeing great interest in this across the board. I gave a talk at E3 this year, promoted by the ESA, on looking at video games and their positive uses. We are now pretty far along, both in our center at UCSF called Neuroscape and a company I created called Achille, to have games that are actually FDA approved as therapeutic treatments. Our first target is children with ADHD. So here's a video game that we think could be prescribed and reimbursed just like a drug to help improve attention in young people, and we hope to see that out in the market as soon as next year.
That's great.